Canelo versus Crawford. The rumors are circulating once again that this fight is going to be the next fight for both fighters, and it's a good fight, don't get me wrong. I just feel like nowadays we're just going for the big fights, and so be it. You know, if we have to make Crawford and Canelo, I'll watch it, take my money, but ultimately, like, that's not the fight we wanted for either fighter in terms of, you know, the real boxing fans want to see Crawford fight Boots and then Canelo and Benavidez. That's ultimately who they should really be fighting, respectively and respectfully. But these guys want to make a big money fight. I understand that. It's a big risk for Terence Crawford, but he's been very, you know, secure about this fight with Canelo because he knows he's going to make a lot of money, and I think he's really confident that he's going to beat Canelo Alvarez. And I think when you have a pound-for-pound fighter like Terence Crawford calling you out as the cash cow in the sport, Canelo, you kind of have to take that opportunity because it's just respect. You know, Crawford's older than Canelo is, so it would just be, you know, a nice moment for greatness to face greatness, and for, more importantly, Terence Crawford to dare to be great. You know, a lot of people aren't counting him as, you know, a potential you know, fighter to beat Canelo Alvarez because of the size difference, which is understandable. But if you think about it, Bud's walking around 170, 180 right now. Canelo's going to cut down to what, you know, around that. So if it's 68 or 75, I think Crawford still might be crazy enough to take that fight against Canelo Alvarez because he wants that shot, that opportunity to prove that he's great, you know, to take down the cash cow of the sport, the face of boxing right now in Canelo Alvarez. And if he's able to do that and dethrone Canelo from that position and become the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, some people already have him there. They have Usyk, Inoue over Terence Crawford. But if Crawford's able to beat Canelo Alvarez and jump up multiple weight classes and do it without, you know, fights in between those weight classes, I think, you know, there's no question that he's #1 pound for pound, but he's got to do it. It's a big if. It's a tall task, to say the least, to beat a guy like Canelo, you know, mainly because of the weight. I think Crawford's seeing against Canelo Alvarez that, you know, if he's moving a lot, he might be able to outbox Canelo Alvarez. I don't see Terence Crawford stopping Canelo. I don't think that's going to happen. That's the farthest from my mind. The chances of Crawford himself getting knocked out are greater than him knocking Canelo out. But if he keeps the fight on the outside, uses his footwork and his speed, his hand speed, I think that Terence Crawford is going to be able to beat him in a decision. But if he gets caught with something or clipped with something big, I think Canelo could show Terence Crawford why you shouldn't jump up weight classes, that there are weight classes for a reason. But if Terence Crawford can use the skills, you know, that he has, I think he has more in the toolbox than Canelo Alvarez does when it comes to, like I said, the footwork, when it comes to the hand speed and the IQ. I think Canelo's very experienced, but he's been fighting guys that are slower, and Terence Crawford's one of the fastest counterpunchers in the world. He's one of the best when it comes to just being a ferocious and, you know, vicious fighter. You know, there's no one that has more, you know, skill, intensity, and power than Terence Crawford. I think he's a very explosive and dangerous fighter, but because Canelo weighs so much more than him, I don't see Bud's power, you know, being as devastating as it usually is at 47, or, you know, maybe at 54. A lot of people are going to talk about the fact that the Madrimov fight was close. I thought Crawford lost that fight against Madrimov. I think that, you know, people over highlighted and over exaggerated what Terence Crawford did in that fight versus what Madrimov did. I thought Madrimov did a lot of good stuff in that fight, pushing Terence Crawford back, landing his own shots. I mean, if you look at the end of the fight, you know, who looked more beat up, you could see that Terence Crawford took a lot of punishment in that fight as well. He took some damage, but either way, it was a close fight. You know, I understand people saying that Bud won the fight, but ultimately, it's interesting to see him jump from that all the way to Canelo Alvarez. And it's a different style. You know, Canelo's not as awkward as Madrimov is. Canelo's more like come forward to you. And, you know, Spence did the same thing, but Canelo's at 168, 175, so it's going to be different. It's going to be a different physical advantage that Terence Crawford would be dealing with Canelo. You can't compare you know, Spence to Canelo. It's a completely different weight class. So it would be an interesting fight for sure. I would be down to see it. But let me know in the comments what you guys think, who you guys got, Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford, and if it would all happen in 2025. Let me know down below. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will catch you guys on the next Nabs Boxing video. Peace. Peace.
That's going to do it for another NASFight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.